bottom line is just confusing. So we've had a couple people call and ask us already. We've not experienced anything negative or like that. We did get probably a 6-inch stack of mail returned to us. The county clerk mailed out little postcards to every voter in Bay County letting them know where you could early vote, and yeah, we got 6-7 inches of postcards returned back in the mail. Not at this address, no, they moved, they're deceased, there's no mailbox at this address, undeliverable. It's like, oh my gosh. So it's always fun when we do a mass mailing.
We'll just be thankful that we're reimbursed for postage this time.
I know.
Yeah. Is the brochure something we can share with people?
Absolutely.
The website maybe?
Yeah, the website or...
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get it to you and we'll update it. That's a great idea. We can put it on the webpage too under elections.
Tomorrow after we get trained.
After we get trained, yes.
That's exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess that's the key. The most
During the training, show us how to do it.
That's one of the things that we
A little
do
free
accomplish,
training.
so yeah.
I know. That'll be nice to at least know what we're doing.
Madam Clerk, thank you. Moving on to Treasurer's Report. Madam Treasurer.
Not too much. We're plugging along with taxes. They're going good. This is kind of a little lull, like after the end of the year. We're still busy, but not quite as busy as December. And then in about 2 weeks, we'll start to pick up again and get very busy again. So that's all I have.
Very good. Any questions? Thank you. Moving on to the trustees' report. And this evening's order was brought to you by the lovely and talented Ms. Sharon. So we will start out with Trustee Cook.
I have a report.
Trustee Jaworski.
I've had some questions about the road bridge and things going on out on Euclid Avenue with the bridges, and I just wondered if that was coming into play. Is that us, or would that be the city of Bay City?
Depending on where.
Depending on
yes.
where, yeah.
Yeah, there's I'm hearing the most ugly is on Henry Street, which is the city of Bay City.
Yeah.
But when we back up, and it goes all the way to Euclid, there's,
Yeah, like you can't turn, they're blocking through the lights. And
it's tough. One of the challenges, and my heart goes out to some of those business owners along Henry. Customers cannot get in or out of their businesses, so they're just blocked. So the downside is we know what's going to happen. Sorry, I'm anticipating what may happen when it really goes down to just one bridge. And then I talked about this joint project with the city. Imagine when we have to shut down portions of Henry Street because, I mean, this is a water line that was put in the 1800s down the middle of the road. This is a big trench cut. So, yeah, we may want to look at maybe investing in a township ferry to get things back and forth. But there's a lot of ugly things. I will assure you that the state is watching over this. The timing of the Lafayette Bridge on there. We have a BCATS meeting next week. We usually get to hear from all the smart folks as to what's going on and what they're planning. But yeah, it's a really hot mess right now. So to answer your question, since I danced all the way around it, it is both. The city is well aware of it, as is Sheriff Company. Anything else?
that was it.
Very good, thank you. Trustee Taylor.
I have nothing to report.
Okay. Do we have any budget adjustments this evening?
Just one. It really doesn't involve needing any more money. It's just that when we budgeted the utility vehicle, we were doing a third building and grounds, a third fire department, and then the other third was being split between boat launch and rail trail. But when we actually did the budget, I'm sure it was me, I put all the money in boat launch. So I want to take half of it out of boat launch and put it in rail trail. It's all general fund, so it's just a wash, but I just wanted you to know what needed to be done.
Very good.
So that's it.
Make a motion to approve the budget adjustments.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Not necessarily spending any new money, but we're moving it around, but just to be safe, Ms. Sharon, can we roll call vote this, please?
Kordinsky,
Yes.
Kublitz,
Yes.
Jaworski,
Yes.
Taylor,
Aye.
the plant accident cook,
Aye. All right, moving on, we have a resolution approving Michigan Department of Transportation annual application and permit for miscellaneous operations within a state highway right-of-way.
Make a motion to approve the resolution. Yeah, we'll call it Resolution 24-1.
Second?
Is there any discussion? All I will bring forward is this is the same one that we have every single year to allow any work to be done on the state highway road right away. Is there any further discussion? Being a resolution, Ms. Sharon, may we roll call vote this, please?
Bublitz?
Yes.
Jaworski?
Yes.
Taylor?
Aye.
The plant absent Cook?
Yes.
Gordinsky?
Yes.
Crowley?
Aye. All right, moving on, we're looking for an approval of a resolution adopting the amended water rate fee schedule.
Make a motion to approve resolution, we'll change it to 24-002, adopting the amended water rate fee schedule.
I'll support that.
Is there any discussion?
Just last month, like, we sat down with the water department, discussed the unit rates and everything, and what we were gonna do moving forward, and that's what I brought last month was, the water and the sewer, like, unit rates. We approved them, I sent them to the water department, and they're like, oh, we forgot to tell you that we're also increasing the meter rate by 3 cents, so you need to update your resolution by the 3 cents. So that's why it's back on again.
Outstanding.
So,
The other thing that I will share after sitting in the Technical Advisory Committee meeting earlier this month, December was the smallest amount of water that we send into our system. So we have hit an all-time low. So we know less usage, there's going to be a rate correction. We're not going to see this for probably a couple of years down the road because I believe it's a 3-year running average, but our slowest month on record on top of the second lowest year on record. So expect to look forward to some of that in the near future. Any further discussion? All right, another resolution. Ms. Sharon, may we roll call vote this, please?
Jaworski?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
The plant absent Cook?
Yes.
Gordinsky?
yes.
Bublitz?
Yes.
Crowley?
Aye. All right, that was fun. Let us now talk about the approval of the water rate and fee schedule.
Make a motion to approve the water rate fee schedule.
Support.
Is there any discussion? All in favor with an aye, please? Aye. Opposed with a nay? That is approved. In our last agenda item, we will move on to the approval of the fire chief's contract. I'm sure you've all read it word for word.
I make a motion to approve the fire chief's contract effective today through the end of this year.
I'll support.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Sharon, may we roll call vote this, please?
Plant absent Cook?
Yes.
Gordinsky?
Yes.
Bublitz?
Yes.
Jaworski?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Crowley?
Aye. Outstanding. We will now move on to public input on anything that you folks would like to talk about. All we ask is you limit it to 3 minutes and sign our guest book. So I'll now open up public input.
Well, good evening. My name is Paul Young. I'm from Grambling Township in Genesee County, and you might ask why on this snowy evening am I up here in Bay County, and it's to introduce myself and share a little bit of news as I got to share with I think all of you before the meeting started. I am running for Congress here in Michigan's 8th District. Probably most of you know the 8th District is Genesee County, Saginaw County, Bay County, and just about all of Midland County. Our current member of Congress is Dan Kildee, a Democrat, and I am the Republican who ran against Dan last time. Of course, because he is the office holder, it means I came up a little bit short. But you probably also know that Mr. Kildee announced just a few weeks ago that he will not be seeking re-election, and I have thrown my hat back in the ring. We will see who the Democrats put forward as their nominee, but I expect we will have a spirited campaign. And just as a little bit of introduction about myself, I am a native Michigander. I was born in Ann Arbor, and so you might expect I very much enjoyed the result of the football game last night and celebrate Michigan's national championship and shout out a happy go blue. I'm about a fifth-generation Michigander. While I'm a Wolverine, I do have relatives that are Spartans. I am a Republican, but I have relatives who are Democrats and union members. My father worked in the auto industry. He eventually built a business maintaining military family housing. So we would maintain the homes of our military personnel and their families at bases across the country. I also have a law degree. I was a county prosecutor for a little while, working in a domestic violence unit, so I'm very supportive of the work of law enforcement agencies. And additionally, I have worked on Capitol Hill. I was an investigative counsel for Senator Chuck Grassley, and I worked in the Department of Homeland Security working on border and immigration issues. So I also want to make sure I say that, especially addressing a group of elected officials in a community and a district that I hope to represent, I appreciate and respect the work you do in representing the communities in this district, and I pledge to you that should I be successful and be elected, I look forward to getting to know you better and working with you and being your voice in Washington. So thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself and drive home safely tonight. Thanks.
Mr. Young, thank you. And if we got off on the wrong foot with your petition, right out that front door, 100 feet, we have a line drawn in the parking lot of which you're more than welcome to engage in anything you'd like there, sir.
Mr. Rowley, I always appreciate making sure I'm following the rules, and I appreciate that guidance.
Very good. Is there anyone else for public input? Public input going once, public input going twice. We will now close public input at 6:29. A few announcements. The office will be closed on January the 15th to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The Zoning Board of Appeals will be meeting on January the 16th at 6 p.m. The Planning Commission will be meeting on January the 24th at 6 p.m. On that same day, if you have not registered already, the Michigan Township Association will be having their Capitol Conference in Lansing. So that will be an awful lot of information, including the latest, greatest on Proposal 2. I spoke with Representative Beeson this afternoon. They're back starting tomorrow, but only about 1 day a week. So there's a lot going. There's a lot of activity, but no voting. So they're back. Lastly, our Downtown Development Authority is going to be meeting here Friday, the 12th at 8 a.m. And is there any other announcements? Hearing none, I would love that motion to adjourn at 6:30.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor with the aye, please? Aye. We are adjourned. I thank you all. Please drive safely.